to today's reading. We are going to be moving through each of the chakras to get a full picture of what's going on for you. If you chose pile 1, you're in the right spot. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we pulled for the root chakra, which is where we're going to begin, the 3 of Cups card. This card is telling me that your self-preservation in this moment, your security is coming from community and celebration. Celebrating shared ideas and common values I'm getting. Your instincts at this moment are telling you to expand, and this expansion will happen through friendship, community, and communal pleasures. And these things aren't just going to preserve your instincts and the journey that they're going through, but also it'll preserve self. Your sense of security at this moment is coming from people who uplift and inspire you, surrounding yourself by those people, and partaking in shared activities with them that make you feel expansive and happy. And right now, your security is coming from being more fun, more playful, and focused on spending quality time with friends and family. Connecting with others right now for you is a tremendous stress reliever. And I want to say, because it was coming through in a particular way, it's like connecting with others that have common values to you. There's a sense of being recognized and seen, valued, and properly appreciated because of that. At the root of all this, okay, this is about you connecting and craving time with connecting with your soul family. Okay, so this is about, at the root of things, connecting with a community that supports you and lifts up your spirits. A community that celebrates you. That's what you need most right now. When it comes to your sacral chakra, we get the 9 of Pentacles. And the sacral chakra deals with sexuality, passion, intimacy, creation. You know, this is making me think that when it comes to those areas or those topics, you're feeling passionate and you are enjoying specifically a success of some sort when it comes to your creativity and maybe I'm getting your sexuality as well. You know, there may be some sense of, I'm hearing reclamation that's happened when it comes to your sexuality. You have a very golden sacral energy, okay? And it's coming through you may be celibate, but if not celibate, then just highly magnetic, nevertheless. And it's aligning you to your life path and purpose. When it comes to your creation and just in general, things you're working on, things you're bringing to life, and to your sexuality, it's there may have been something that was slow moving, but you are at this point luxuriating in gratitude for all that you've been able to achieve. It's coming through with this card. I've never taken notice of this, but she has a work glove on right there. And then she has a hand that's also gloveless. And it's you've worked really hard to get to where you're at. But you're at the point now where you're kind of looking at all that you've done in a peaceful way. So this card is asking you to find ways to relax a little bit more into your rhythm of things. Continue to work towards the things that you're working towards, but find a way to relax just a little bit more. You may have been making an effort recently to make yourself feel more beautiful, your home to feel more beautiful, 444. And the underlying energy to all these efforts right now, okay, when it comes to your sacral chakra, okay, so this is again, just sexuality and creation. It's the underlying energy is bringing you to find more peace in your life. Find what brings you more peace. Moving on into the solar plexus chakra now, we pull the Six of Wands. You know, I'm hearing you have a very stable energy. Okay, and the solar plexus chakra deals with energy, willpower, and achievement. You know, this card obviously signifies high achievement, a high level of achievement. There's something, I'm seeing an image of a trophy in my mind's eye. There's something you're due to be recognized for at this moment if you aren't yet. All right, if there isn't already, I see crowds coming in around you. And things are certainly about to start feeling magical for you. That's coming through, like, in an unbelievable way, in a miraculous way, I want to say. Because I don't want to say unbelievable. Spirit's wanting me to say it in a miraculous way because they want you to believe in the miracles that are happening to you. I'm hearing too, like, you've achieved a tremendous amount, and maybe perhaps this next leg is you having the willpower to get to your recognition. 631, I'm hearing you having the willpower to take care and keep form. Take care and keep form while you're on your way. And I'm getting, like, specifically taking care of your health and remaining consciously on your path and focused on self will get you to your recognition. If not already present around you, you have on the way an entourage of people who support you that will surround you. I'm hearing, like, as a measure of protection. It's not even like they're doing this consciously. It's like once this support shows up, you and your work will be more protected. It's like it's spoken for. And not in just that it speaks for itself, but it's like all these other people are supporting it for it. And it's like you won't have to defend it because everybody is wanting it, I'm hearing. You may have struggled through some amount of, like, opposition or I'm just hearing, like, resistance and feeling some amount of, like, energetic resistance. And it's like, I'm feeling, like, pulled back. Like a rubber band. There's a lot of tension and I feel held back. You may have, felt like this at some point, or you're going through this. But after you struggle through this resistance, you emerge victoriously and with recognition. Your work being rewarded and recognized. And you will be in a position to revel. During the entirety of the time that you felt resistance from just surrounding energies and entities, you stayed true to yourself that whole time. Okay, I'm hearing you're going to be rewarded for that. It's like this celebration that's going to be happening for you. It's like in your honor is something significant. It's like, it's not just in your honor because they're doing it, but it's in your honor because you're honorable and you've remained honorable through this journey. I'm hearing it was tough at times. Some of the people that gather to support you will be the very same people that you felt like resistance from. But you've worked really hard and deserve the recognition. So remain open to this moment happening to you. Allow yourself to shine and know that you shining allows others to shine. Okay, Spirit wants you to know that. And something else significant about this card coming out for this solar plexus, it's that with him being up on the horse like that, it may be like in your path and purpose to be in a leadership role or center stage for some reason, for some purpose. And for the heart chakra, we pull the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you may have been feeling like you've been juggling a lot here recently. I just heard time management skills. But I'm hearing too, with this card, resilience and stabilization. It's like you may have been juggling, but I am seeing you juggle. Okay, like you may have been doing it, but you're doing it successfully. So that's just something to know. You've had to take account of what was most important to you during this time, like what mattered most to you in your heart, and let that be the foot that leads. You feel ready at this moment in your heart to integrate and implement changes that you've went through, changes you've undergone. And these have been important life changes. Integrating these changes to you would give you a complete sense of balance. But these changes have been tricky, and that's why they haven't totally balanced out yet. You've been balancing like your personal schedule, your wishes and desires with personal obligations, things that you must do. Not allowing either 1, 2, 3 to topple the other over. At the moment, your previous routine and your old comfort zone is disrupted in a good way. This is a normal part of expanding. And to be sure that you're doing it in a healthy way. You just want to make sure that you're doing it in a moderate way. Only taking on what you can handle and asking for help when you feel overwhelmed. I'm hearing too, it's significant for you to delegate what is due to others. Spirit is wanting to get this message to you specifically. Trust that you will be able to handle all aspects of your life despite any unexpected challenges. 212, I'm getting with this card, the Moon, for the throat chakra, okay, which represents creativity and self-expression. There's been a lot that you've had to say. You may have had to say so much even that you've grown resentment at times. You're trying to balance out these emotions in a healthy way, and I'm hearing you have. Reaching those points have been like informative for you. And figuring it out what it is that, you know, it's almost like I'm getting the sense of like you being pushed to your boundaries is what showed you like what it is that you want. And that may have been, you know, emotionally disturbing at times. And I'm getting right now there may be a lot of things that are left unsaid in terms of like maybe like pain that you've went through that you're keeping inside. I'm getting the sense that for those who are here, it's like you may have had a long time already where you were focusing on yourself consciously, and you were doing that too as a measure to not distract, but you knew like in response to maybe the resistance and the traumas that you went through, that focusing on yourself was the answer. But it's like in all that time that you focus on yourself, I'm getting there was a lot that you had to express that wasn't expressed, and you just kept that to yourself. So it's like you're carrying a lot of like I'm just getting like literally brief cases of words. Like you have a lot to say. You've healed like the things that were causing the discomfort for you, but it's like you have things that you want to say. I think in your life you've acknowledged a truth, but you may not know. It's like you've acknowledged the truth and bypassed illusions in your life, okay? And you're on your way towards your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. I'm getting to, you may have had some amount of like confusion as to what it is there was for you to communicate. Like I'm getting like there was a lot to say, but maybe all of it you knew wasn't like appropriate to put out there, or it was like, it was meant for you, not meant for them. It would be mishandled if you gave it over to them. So it's like, I don't know, I'm getting like the feeling of 515 conversations that are one-sided, where healing has been done on one side and comprehension can happen on one side, but healing and comprehension hasn't happened on and can't happen on the other side. So I'm getting like that's a reason for some of the words that have been held back. You're being asked though, when it comes to like what's most important to you, okay? Because you've already done the work to acknowledge like your truth, and that you've already faced like resistance from that, and in continuing in this effort, okay, Spirit's wanting you to continue to illuminate what's hidden in your life, bringing it to the light, and asking you to listen to your intuitive messages. Okay. Through your self-expression, through your creativity, confront the shadow self. I think you embrace and integrate your shadow self, and I'm getting it's like at this point you may be actually confronting other shadow selves, and that's another reason it's been difficult to communicate fully. I just heard like your sword is made of steel though. Like, and your sword is your mind, your intellect. And I'm hearing you're sharp. You're sharp, and I'm hearing too, you're on the right path. Taking the right steps, saying the right words, and not to stop. 717. I'm getting the sense too, in this energy, and it's like, you may be already here, and if not, this is what you're going into. It's like, there's nothing that, when it comes to your needs, there's nothing not being met. You verbalize everything. If something slights you, if something disrespects you, if something appreciates you, you verbalize. You don't just internalize now. Spirit's wanting you to continue to verbalize your needs as you move forward. And it's wanting you, Spirit is wanting you to continue to walk, talk, and create through the deception, through the fear, through the shame, by working on the shadow. Right now, you know, this is an overarching path of you evolving and expanding your consciousness. And, you know, things that have been hidden in your life up until now are coming out to be illuminated and expressed. It's interesting that my throat chakra there, I needed to clear it. It's like things that have been hidden though are illuminated. And 833 on my timer, as I needed to clear my throat a moment ago. But they're ready to be expressed, talked about, and action made on. When it comes to your third eye, representing that chakra, the internal authority and what inspires you to move. We have the world coming out. You know, I'm hearing you are being pulled outside of yourself. You are being guided to open up to this moment of completion. 929. You know you are moving towards a successful path for you. A path of completion, one where you will reap the rewards. And I just heard it's only a matter of time. There's an element of time here with the world, as the world card is associated with Saturn. And Saturn deals with responsibility, restriction, and time. Okay, and again, we're at the third eye chakra. It's like, you know that this is only a matter of divine timing. 1001. your dreams are being mirrored back to you and supported by the universe, okay, by the cosmos. You know that a cycle of some sort is complete and that a beginning of some sort is upon you. And you know that this is the culmination, the consequence of, these rewards are here because of hard work. You know you've completed a phase of life and that you're propelling yourself into the next. And Spirit's asking you to celebrate, and it may be within you to know this. Now is a time where you've already reached some of your goals. You can revel in the feeling of being proud of yourself. When it comes to your crown chakra, okay, which deals with consciousness, awareness, and wisdom, we get the Knight of Wands. You are sharp, quick-witted, and thinking on your feet at the moment, and quickly. I just heard you're on the go, and it's because you have to be. I'm hearing too, it's like you know that these things that you're facing require a seriousness. I'm getting the sense that some of the resistance that you face may be things wanting to convince you that they aren't as serious as they are. You don't have to be so serious or work so hard. But you are taking it serious. You are taking action and leading yourself through this, leading the way forward because you know it's what you need. You know that support and good news, all in regards to your efforts, are on their way to you. And as I close out your reading, I'm hearing Casey Musgrave's Slow Burn. I'm going to leave your reading there for today, Pile 1. If you enjoyed that or it resonated, don't forget to leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a little shy or you don't know what to say, leave a flame emoji. And for those who are interested, I'm open to personals. If you want to email me, the information is all in my description on my channel. Thank you guys for being here and for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye! Hello and welcome to today's root chakra reading, where we will move through each of the chakras to get a full picture of what's going on for you. If you chose pile 2, you're in the right spot. We'll go ahead and begin. I've already shuffled and got our first card for the root chakra, which covers instinct, self-preservation, and security. We get for you, pile 2, King of Pentacles. I don't think you could have a more secure card come out for you. Your pile feels very stable, very secure. There is a lot of wealth and generosity around you. There is a sense of financial stability around you, and you have a great sense of drive. At the root of things, you have plentiful amount of resource. Moving into your sacral energy next, okay, and this represents your sexuality, your passion, your intimacy, but also just your creation, okay, 101. And it's interesting because after having said what we did with your root chakra, that there's plentiful amount of resource around you and there's financial stability around you, it's interesting because when it comes to your creation energy, something has you feeling trapped or restricted. And it's so amazing how the universe works. But pulling this card for your sacral, okay, and then it's talking about feeling restricted and trapped. This dress that she's wearing, she or he, is red, orange, okay, reminds me of the sacral, and she's all bound up. It's like there's something that you may not be seeing at this moment. Maybe you feel like you are unable to see something, or that's just perception, but something is keeping you feeling bound up, restricted. There may be like a transition or some sort of movement that's underway and being like resisted or held back. There's something that is limiting or uncomfortable, a constraint these can even be self-imposed, but you're ready to confront them. And Spirit's wanting to tell you a reminder not to let fear be a part of this process. I just heard trepidation, and with how she's like standing, okay, this card is like she's standing on, I don't know if it's a beach, but the water's like gone out, okay, the tide's out, and she's waiting for the tide to return. So it's like there may be some sort of like emotional element here where I was hearing trepidation, but it's like you may have some amount of fear or anxiety because of you're expecting like an emotional tsunami, an emotional flood, a thunderstorm, a rainstorm. The thing that you probably feel like you can't see is your way out of the restriction. I wanted to show you though how on this card, okay, and there's a passage I want to read from a book that discusses tarot a little bit more in depth. None of the swords, okay, are pointing towards her. Okay, they're just around her. And the passage on this card, for this card, from this text I have, it reads, about the swords not being pointed at her, it talks about this being indicative of a fear of perceived danger or lingering issues from the past, holding you back from claiming agency for yourself. Okay, so there's something when it comes to your sexuality, your creations, your passion, that you need to reclaim agency over. Take the steps. Ask for divine guidance and take the steps towards releasing yourself. You know that the situation that you're in is no longer in alignment with you. When it comes to the solar plexus chakra, yours, this deals with energy, willpower, achievement, okay? And I pull the Two of Cups. I've been hearing you've been putting forth an effort to make amends. But I'm also hearing you don't need to be. And I just heard fake friends. I'm just getting, I'm hearing from Spirit that it's like whether or not these friends are fake or true doesn't concern you. And to focus on yourself, that these are distractions. I'm getting like you're pulled in like all these different ways and you need to snip some of those like ties. Contain and conserve yourself and your energy. That will allow you to move forward through this more effectively. Though, coming back to this card though, you've been putting your energy and your willpower towards some sort of partnership and a union in the hopes that it will bring balance to a situation. I just got a ton of downloads for this while we were away, but the people on this card, the woman she doesn't represent, but she may represent, I'm not sure, but she resembles the high priestess, and the man represents the fool. And you're coming through as the high priestess in this energy, and the people that you're dealing with are coming through as a fool. And typically the fool for me is a entirely and solely positive figure. But the download that was coming through with this is that the fool here is representing more of like foolishness in a literal sense. And it's like I'm getting the sense that you may know or have more grace. You may know more than the person you're dealing with, or have more grace than the person you're dealing with. Be more mature than the person you're dealing with. But with this person coming out as foolish and not the fool, okay, it's reminding me of how fake friends came out earlier in your reading. It's like you making measures to amend with this person. I'm seeing them on like a wheel. Like they're on a wheel and they don't have the wisdom or the capacity essentially to escape their wheel. And it's like for you to make amends with this person, you would have to get on their wheel with them because it's the only place they know to be, to exist. And it's like that's what's comfortable for them. Oh my gosh, and I'm seeing here now, like the fool is actually reaching out for her cup. It's like what this relationship would require for you to do actually is, I just heard dismantle yourself. That's interesting. But it's like you would have to lower your vibration because this person is in a place where they're either unwilling to or they're unable to. Okay, so that's why spirits came through earlier, I guess, to say not to focus on this, not to focus on making amends. This union has, like, you know, this little helix right here is reminding me of the DNA helix. So this may be like someone, a family member, but I'm also being reminded of the medical profession, and I think the word is stethoscope. But this union is being like watched over, guarded, and protected by spirit. Okay, and they're giving you strength to navigate the complexities of this relationship. Strength and wisdom, 931. You do everything you do out of the purity of your heart. So even in trying to make amends with this person, you're trying to reach peace, a peaceful life. When it comes to your heart chakra, pile 2, we have the 8 of Cups, okay? And the heart chakra deals with empathy, love, compassion, creativity. And getting this card for this chakra makes me think that in your heart of hearts, you feel like you have to leave behind all that's meaningful for you to ascend to a higher place. Not in a financial way. You're not leaving behind all the material that matters to you. You're leaving behind everything of the heart that matters to you. Okay. Like I'm getting like these are loved ones, things you care for in the flesh. And it's because you're on a spiritual path, a spiritual journey. These things that you're leaving behind aren't ascending with you and aren't going to, it's like, I'm hearing aren't going to ascend with you, but it's like, they aren't meant to. This is all how it's supposed to happen, how you're being triggered to go on this ascension, and it's like a personal path. This is all meant to happen, I'm hearing. In your heart, though, you are walking away and moving on from something, 1111. And it's in an effort to focus on self and like equalizing self, I'm hearing. I was hearing equilibrium, but it's like something was highly disturbing or continuously disturbing. I just heard rhythmically disturbing, like on a cycle. And it was like on a cycle, your nervous system was just being disturbed. Being toyed with, I heard. You are on a mission to find calm. I wanted to notate too earlier when we were pulling for the sacral chakra, we got 8 of Swords. Now we have 8 of Cups, and I wanted to say earlier that the number 8 is significant in your reading, and now I'm really definitely going to say it. The number 8 is definitely significant in your reading, and it's like in all of its power, in all of its glory, 1212. The number 8 is significant to you, and I mean in its light aspects and in its shadow aspects. You are, or have, I heard, walked through the valley of death to get to the points of realization that you have. 1, 2, 3, 0, 12:30 on my timer. I have a text here that expands onto the meaning of each tarot cards, and this text reads for 8 of Cups: never settle for good enough. The best option awaits when you seek it. And that's what you're doing. Your heart is pushing you to seek something beyond, something further than what you already have, already see, already know to be true. I'm getting like a heavy sense of reality creation with this pile, and law of attraction, manifestation, believing before you see, believing so you can see. 1313. In your heart, you're searching for deeper meaning. So you're making hard decisions. You may feel, a little bit of pain because of that, but you're walking away from things that aren't aligned with your beliefs, your path, and this is hard but necessary, and you're doing the work. The throat chakra deals with creativity and self-expression, and when it comes to the throat chakra, you're really doing the work. We have the 4 of Pentacles come out. Okay, this is a card of conserving resources and building stability. So you may be talking like very, what's the word? It's like, I wanted to say utilitarian, but I was like, that might make this confusing, but like, it's like you're talking with purpose. That's what I mean to say. You're talking with purpose, and you may actually be talking less, making an effort to talk less. You're realizing like your words are a way to build the future that you want. I just heard too, though, especially with him holding on to his coins here, there may be things that you're holding your tongue about. So it's interesting. It's like your words have become your tools in this moment. And there's things that I think would affect you negatively if you were to speak on them, and there's things that you're speaking on that affect you positively. You may actually be like speaking on things that make people upset. Okay, and that's why you're holding your tongue a little bit. It's like you've already said things, that ruffle feathers, I'm hearing. So I'm hearing like you're on a mission and you're trying to get there quietly, as quiet as possible. I'm also hearing, though, that you are saying what you need to make the moves forward. But it's like only what you need to. You're only talking as much as you need to function forward. Moving on to the 3rd eye, which deals with authority and command. Okay, we pull the 8 of Wands, another 8 card. Okay, I'm telling you guys, 8 and all of its magic is strong with you guys. I just heard with this card, incoming missile. Okay. In your mind's eye, you see the need for movement and quick action on your course. And I just heard too, you see all around you that is changing, even though things may appear static. You are a highly perceptible individual. I just heard too, past the green, past the sea, past the stars and the sky and the moon, that's where you'll find me. It's like you guys are big dreamers. The things that you are dreaming of, you're essentially, you're using your imagination, because what you're dreaming of in your imagination is physically manifesting material things into your life at this point. It's like you're using your dreams, though, to escape, not just in a short-term sense, like in a moment, but you're using your dreams to escape the situation. Like your dreams are manifesting through you having an active imagination. You imagine, and then manifestation occurs. And it's like that process is what's where you belong, but also is what comes natural to you and what you're doing to transform your circumstances into a place of known stability and known security. You're getting downloads like crazy, and you know this will continue. You're right where you need to be. And you're finding yourself more and more in the company of the right people. Spirit's asking you at this moment to just continue to flow with the current state of things. You know this though. You know that flowing is keeping you in harmony. And lastly, we're moving into the crown chakra now, which deals with your consciousness, your awareness, your wisdom. We pull the Page of Wands, and I love this figure for you, pile 2. Look at how decorated and dressed and adorned this person is out in the middle of the desert as they start their trek, as they begin new creations. And, you know, I feel like this is perfect for your energy because we talked about how materially abundant and like how present material wealth is in your life. And it's like, despite all that, you deal with, you know, the 8 of Swords, you deal with the 8 of Cups, you deal with the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, it's like you have, despite all this material abundance surrounding you, you also have surrounding you a rather dry emotional scape. Okay, one where you're standing semi-alone. Okay, you may be surrounded by others, but you are nourishing yourself at this moment. Okay, it's not necessarily like others around you that are nourishing you. But you are keen to, okay, you have the wisdom enough to know you've begun a new journey for yourself. You have, I'm hearing, stumbled across, you've accidentally found your way at this place where you have a sense of adventure. And Spirit's wanting to say to have fun but remain semi-focused. You know, don't indulge in impulsiveness, I'm hearing. That's not really the energy that is present with your reading, pile 2, but this Page of Wands card does discuss impulsiveness, so I just wanted to say that. You know you have this stability that you can lean on. Okay, like you went dressed like this into the desert. Okay. But with that said, you're also very connected at this moment to your passion and your ability to act. Okay. You know that excitement and good news is on the horizon for you. And Spirit's asking you to remain open to adventurous opportunities. So pile 2, I want to leave your message there for today. If you enjoyed that or it resonated, don't forget to leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. Also, I'm doing personals. If you want to email me, that is in the description box on my channel. Oh yes, and 2, if you're a little shy or you don't know what to say, you can leave a butterfly emoji in the comments. I want to thank you for being here and for listening. And don't forget to subscribe so I can see you on the next one. Bye for now. Hello pile 3, and welcome to your reading today, where we will be working our way through each of the chakras and figuring out the full picture of what's going on for you. We'll begin in the root chakra, and I've already pulled our card for that. This chakra deals with instinct, self-preservation, and security. We pulled for that the 10 of Pentacles, and I'm getting from this card that you are being provided for, you're being taken care of. But my attention came to this, what appears to be a small boy here, and then also this upside down house here, or the image of it made me think of that. You know, it made me realize, like, the energy that's present here is perhaps one where you feel like, despite being provided for and taken care of, there's something you're thinking about seriously, and it's to do with You know, this upside down house, it's very symbolic to me. It's like there's roles that you're fitting into that you don't want to fit into anymore. And there's like a treasure waiting for you within the changes to make that are before you. When it comes to the root of things, or your root, your security, there's a lot of wealth surrounding you, and you have family that you can lean on, or there is some amount of inheritance that you can count on. This card in its reverse position, interestingly enough, deals with breaking off with tradition. And as I told you earlier, that came up in your reading, but this card came out in its upright position. It's like you're wanting to break tradition in a way that, let me think of how to word this. It's almost like you're wanting to break tradition in a way that an institution can remain intact, but you are removing yourself from it. There's a cycle that's complete here, okay? And this card deals with family, so it's almost like giving a feeling of leaving the nest. At the root of things, at this moment, you are able to essentially create a new place of abundance from a place of abundance. There's definitely a sense of like maturation in this reading for you, Pile 3. So like you maturing, and then like a situation surrounding you maturing. Good Lord, Pile 3, talking about maturing. For sacral energy, we have the Empress come out. If she is not the picture perfect 303 representation of like fertility, abundance, sexuality, creation, it's the Empress. Like, you are embodying this quality at the moment. You're embodying the Empress in the best way. Okay, it's like, you know, I just got the image of like God doing his creation process, and I heard God's work. It's like you are God doing the creation process in your life. And you may be doing like the Lord's work in some way. You might be like a light worker or doing very difficult work. When it comes to like your sexuality, your passion, your intimacy, your creation, you are at an all-time high, I'm hearing. You may be like dressing and adorning yourself differently or more. You may be expressing yourself to the fullest capacity. You may be creating constantly. When it comes to your sacral chakra, okay, you're in a receptive space, but also in a giving space. Okay, you're receiving love and you're creating. And I just heard too, okay, and these terms may be significant to you, but you are going through a process right now of like softening yourself so that you can receive more. You may be showing yourself more self-love in this moment than previous times. Focusing on your beauty and your fashion more. Focusing on your creative expression more. Okay, 505. I just heard Arctic Monkeys 505 too. It's like there's something that you're doing no matter how difficult it is. It doesn't matter how difficult people say this thing will be for you to do, you're doing it. Okay, you are embodying divine feminine energy. You're highly connected to nature and like your intuition then, and you're really speaking with it and holding a conversation with it. And you're willing at this moment to let your body be a vessel. You are a vessel you're a channel for communication between you and the universe, the cosmos. And you're a vessel for creation, a sacred vessel. And you're connecting to this truth by practicing self-love more and engaging in creative activities. Okay, I just saw painting. You may be like, if you're into this, you may be putting makeup on more than usual, or literally being into crafts like painting and stuff. But right now, you're tapping into Venus energy, okay? And you're being asked to if you aren't already. But I get the feeling that you're, because of how in tune you are with yourself and nature, you're already in tune with this need of yours. But you're being asked by Spirit to go outside and find ways to connect with the natural world. You are heavily connected with nature. I'm getting like, you know, nature has stuff it wants to say to you. And you just need to be present and listen. Pile 3, your reading is nasty in a good way. For your solar plexus chakra, okay, this discerns or deals with energy, willpower, and achievement. We have the Emperor come out. Are you serious? This is like the card of authoritative, like discipline and stability. Okay, for this to come out for your solar plexus, like, woof, my word. You are very strong at the moment and headstrong. You headstrong for like what motivates you, okay? Like your mission, you won't budge, okay? You have control over the path that you're on. And 2, your perception. You feel very inspired at the moment and you're acting on it. Okay, and you're standing in your personal power. 808, people feel this about you. They're witnessing like the magic that you're made of. Right now, you are really expressing your individuality, okay? And this throne that he's seated on is a heavy throne, okay? It took a lot for you to get here. That's why you embody the strength that you do. When it comes to your energy, you're someone who's incredibly grounded, but ready for action, and you remain so. As confirmation, Spirit's just wanting you to know you're safe to tap into that active masculine energy, okay? And they want to know, they want you to know, as just a tip, to do affirmations of self-empowerment, and to give yourself permission at this time to take up more space and become the authority within your life. And look to self instead of deferring to others or valuing their opinions over your own. Okay, the Emperor is associated with Aries, and you're in an era of, I just heard me, but you are in an era of self, and it's a consequence of this. The direct consequence of this is going to be stability in your life. Moving into your heart chakra now, okay, which deals with empathy, love, compassion, creativity as well. We get the, I was going to pull both of these, but we get the 6 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. I just heard, like, in your heart of hearts, you're just a baby. You're just a kid. And, you love to feel nostalgic. I'm hearing, like, there's some places. What's that place off of the Lion King, where it's, like, the cub lion isn't supposed to go there. It's really dangerous. It's, like, all burnt up and stuff. I'm getting an image of that as, like, there's a place behind you emotionally that's like a place of no return. And sometimes your nostalgia reaches those points and it kind of stops your nostalgia energy. I'm also getting, like, in your heart of hearts, you're just trying to reach a point of stability for yourself, like financially, materially, and I'm getting the journey for you has been, even despite with like family support or something around you is supporting you, or you're a part of something that supports you. It's like, despite that, And despite you being a nostalgic person, it's like you hold your success, your material success, close to yourself, as if it's the only thing that you have that hasn't like betrayed you. In your heart of hearts, you want harmony though, and you like looking to the past for like healing, but it has its limits, I'm hearing. Like, it's like fond moments, but then those fond moments like were on a timeline before whatever like the no man's land was happened. And it's like, when you think about those earlier fond moments, you ultimately reach the no man's land part, and it kind of like, I just heard like abruptly stop short the momentum that you had in remembering something fondly. It makes you realize like the ways in which you need to remove yourself. I just heard detract. In your heart of hearts, you want to be generous and dependable, but I'm also getting this sense of you feeling like you're alone. You are looking for a loving exchange of support and care, because that is what feels like home. So it's like in your heart of hearts, it's like you are wanting someone to reciprocate all the love and these beautiful feelings that you have. And it almost seems like you search your memories for those people because there's no one around you at the moment filling those spaces actively in the present. So you're looking like to the past. I just heard Rolodex. I just saw a 2 in my mind's eye, 404 not found. So it's like, even though you look to the past because the reciprocation isn't in your present, it's like you look to your past and then those things aren't in the present. So, and all of this happening while you're moving towards the future. Spirit wants you to focus on remaining open for what's to come. Things that will nurture your heart at this moment are connecting with your inner child, playing, nurturing yourself and your home. Okay, cooking for yourself, focusing on wellness and taking good care of your body, spending time in nature. Okay, these are things you need to be doing, Pile 3. When it comes to the throat chakra, okay, and this deals with creativity and self-expression, we get the Queen of Cups, a truly beautiful card, especially having said what we just said. You communicate with care, Pile 3, okay, and you have a deep emotional depth. It isn't simple to mirror you. To mirror the depth of you, the depths of your ocean would be to reflect the cosmos back onto your water. Okay, you have infinite depth. And so it's difficult to like reciprocate what it is that you're putting out there. So stay open, stay open. You express yourself and you create in a very nurturing, feminine way. You know, Spirit's coming through in this moment to say you're doing really well actually in being in that receptive, open energy. So just keep doing what you are doing. Something to know about the Queen of Cups, okay, is she isn't just water. She's water, okay? She's nurturing and loving. And she offers a double dose of love and emotional outpouring. So do you, Pile 3. You don't just love and nurture, though, like the Queen of Cups. You love, nurture, and protect. Okay, and I'm hearing, like, as I was coming in to say that, you protect your heart and the hearts of others. The Queen of Cups is also associated with creation. So still tons of creation associated with your pile. Okay, but the Queen of Cups has maternal instincts. And You know, with Six of Cups coming out earlier and Queen of Pentacles, it was kind of coming up, but I didn't mention it. You're being asked to sort of remother your inner child. Spend time, extra time, with people, places, and things that inspire you at this moment. Activities that make you more creative. And you're likely to find yourself enjoying time at home, redecorating, and just having the space to put your love into everything that you do. And this protection comes up as the significant point because you're protecting something so valuable, okay? Right now, you're creating something you care about, and that is what you're protecting. You're protecting your ideas and your creations while you let them breathe and grow. You know, you're essentially like pregnant, and you're protecting the pregnancy. I'm just hearing to continue to speak love and care over yourself and your circumstances. You may or may not be able to hear it. I don't know. Okay, you should probably be able to hear that. It's getting really loud. As soon as this card flipped over, y'all, that alarm started going off outside. I think it's actually like a tornado drill alarm for my city. It's our siren system, like, doing a test run. I'm assuming it's a test run because I haven't gotten an alarm, like a notification or anything. But I was just thinking, like, how would I know actually if that wasn't in like a test? Because I've never actually had like a tornado come through my area, and they only do tests. And I was just thinking, like, how would I know, like, when it comes through it's not a test? I think that's significant for your reading. Probably you relate to that in some way. We get, though, in talking about the third eye, which deals with authority, command, incoming visions, and downloads and that. Okay, as this card flips out, that siren starts. Ace of Wands. You're gonna have like inspiration like crazy, okay? If you don't already. I'm talking like downloads, like you're gonna be writing down. I see a hand like furiously writing down, cramping, and it can't write fast enough. You have inspiration and creative downloads constantly though. Okay, you know you're initiating like a new beginning, and you've been gifted the gift of creation. Okay, and you're being asked to remain open to new possibilities for yourself. This is the ideal time to take action on goals and creative projects that you've been thinking about. Okay, and just staying open to divine inspiration as it hits you. And this is a good time to begin things with the body. So if you've been thinking about a health routine or a fitness routine, these things, not only will you be able to incorporate these things more fluidly at this moment, but they will also like reinvigorate your confidence on this path, your excitement on this path. Okay, you're on the move. There's a lot of movement, and you're moving towards prosperity, even though you hold prosperous energy with you. And 2, you have and will be holding more of stability. It's your emotions that are propelling you forward and supporting you on this new venture. So it's like listening to your heart and what your needs are is really important. And for the crown chakra, which deals with consciousness, awareness, and wisdom, we pulled the 9 of Cups. You are working towards victory, and you know this. You know you're working towards everything that's yours and belongs to you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. This comes as a direct result of choices you've made, and also I'm just hearing karma clearing and consequence. This comes as a consequence of you untying karmic knots, I'm hearing. you know you're heading towards a place of satisfaction and abundance for self. You know you're doing this path in solitude. And it's interesting that we have this come out with all these, cards that are just lone people, and like this one's like in memories, and the Ace of Wands is one, and like at the final card, you alone. It's like this is a journey that you did alone. And yes, you did it in solitude. You know this. You're near completion. You know this. This is the 9. 9 is near completion, with 10 being complete. The text that I have here in front of me reads, "Sit back and revel in the abundance you've cultivated, as gratitude increases the flow of success." 22 on my timer as I say that. You know at this moment that your health is good and improving, and you're also welcoming feelings of happiness and joy into your life. You've made a wish upon something at some point in your life, something very seriously, something very pointed. And you're following your own intuitive guidance on this path in regards to that wish. Okay, right now you're abundant in all areas of life, and I think your reading has shown that. It's interesting though, because it's like, despite all this stuff that you have, I was gonna say, it's almost like you're still missing something. And as I said that to myself, connectivity is what I was hearing. It's like right now you're offline, and you've gotten all the hardware and all the network is even set up and everything. But it's like now you're doing the work to connect to yourself, to come back online. Pile 3, we are going to leave your reading off there for today. I hope you enjoyed that. If it resonated, don't forget to leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a little shy or you don't know what to say, drop a cloud emoji. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, you can email me, and all the information is in the description box on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe so I can see you on the next one. I want to thank you for being here and for watching. Bye for now.